Hi everybody, look, we just got in something cool. This is a 1971 Deluxe Reverb, and it's hand-wired, point-to-point wired. Everybody talks about blackface amps, and they go for a lot of money, and they continue to rise in value. But if you want to get a hold of an amp that's built largely just like a blackface amplifier, up through 74 or so, early 74, they are hand-wired. How do you know? This sometimes is an indicator. You see the tail logo right there? Where it comes down here? That tail logo you won't find on later 70s stuff. This is a non-tail logo. The R does not underline the word Fender. On these, it does. That is called a tail logo. That is an indicator that your amplifier is likely hand-wired. And then on the back, too, you can see this has the original speaker, but I'll do a separate video, but there's a floating baffle. See these screws inside here? That is a floating baffle, and that means that the baffle board screwed in breathes with the speaker. Those are two features that are also part of a hand-wired circuit. You've seen the drip edge amps. Those are famous from '68. That was decoration. The '68s and the '70s and '71s are the same thing. And so this amp, playing a Custom Shop Esquire here. There's two channels on these amplifiers. That's a good thing. That's why you'd buy this above the Princeton. The Princeton is a single channel amplifier. You could, in theory, have two guitars preset, or somebody's coming up on stage. You have an extra channel for that. Oh, come on up, Eric Clapton. Sit in for one song and then dust off, will you? There's another thing, too, that a lot of people forget on these amplifiers, and that is with the extension speaker. You have an extension speaker jack on the back. And now the amplifier that was 25 watts is 45 watts. And the impedance is bigger. Weird, huh? It's like a hose. Originally, with just one speaker, it's a skinny hose. When you add the second speaker, it's a larger diameter hose. You could call this an 8 ohm load. When you add a separate speaker, it is actually, the amp is allowed to push more out. So that impedance is resistance. And by opening up the resistance, you are making the amp louder. Technically, if you were to use it over a long period of time, it makes the amp overheat. And you don't want too big a hose. You don't want like a 2 ohm load. But it won't harm the amp to be playing as it is now with a 4 ohm load. It'll be louder. Ain't that cool? Another thing about these older amps is the AC jack in the back. All right, you go. Thank you very much for that demo, Mr. Speaker. This AC is in the back here. You can plug in effects. These older amps, the newer reissues do not have that. These older amps will have that. So a lot of times if you're looking for these older hand-wired amps, that AC receptacle is a very handy thing to plug in all kinds of things. You have a ground slip on here. You have a standby, which rests the tubes. So your power tubes, the amp is still on and ready to go, but your power tubes are at rest and not getting used up, okay? And then the extension speaker jack, this has reverb and tremolo. We just got it in. It's in really healthy shape.